Greetings. We're just waiting for people to pop on really quick. I want to do a sound check. Greetings, y'all. I'll wait about 30 more seconds while we're doing that. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Also, just be in a quiet space. Water, writing utensils are good. Nothing is required. All things are optional. Thank you, Kim. And we have about maybe 8 or 9 more people to pop on. All right, welcome everybody. So I'll go ahead and get started. We have enough people here. There's about 4 more to come. In the meantime, welcome. Welcome to day 2, which is our, we're going to talk about our womb center. In chakra language, this is known as the sacral, but I want to call it the womb center and approach it from a perspective that I specialize in, and it's called the wild woman energy. Just give me a second. So as usual, a quiet space, anything you want to write with, if you want tea, if you want a candle, if you want incense, now's a good time to do it. I ask that everyone stay muted. The replay is going to be reposted in the group. And I really do appreciate that you're here with me today. I do not take it for granted. So as you're getting settled, just begin to sit in a comfortable position and bring your breathing into a present state awareness. And I'm going to get 3 more people in here. All right, so this energy center, our womb space, is so important. I mean, every center is important, but this particular center is the seat of our feminine soul. Whether we are considering ourselves as very feminine or masculine presenting or non-binary, there is an energy, which is feminine energy coursing through all of our veins. It's a creative force. It's the dark space where everything is possible. And so in this space, the color traditionally associated with the womb center is orange. So I'm wearing orange. The colors are vibrations. That's the thought. That's the reason you can see them, because your eyes detect energy. And so with the colors being a vibration, that color is in resonance with the native vibration of that area. And so it is thought that having the color in the area can be beneficial. I want to clarify something. If you have any medical things, physical things going on in these areas, I do not believe it's because this area is imbalanced or blocked. I think that the energy going on in that area leads to an imbalance in that center, but not vice versa. I hope that makes sense. So a blocked womb center is not going to result in something like fibroids or endometriosis. That's not my belief system. But fibroids and endometriosis, example, may affect the way we vibrate in that area. Okay. So with that being said, this energy, some feminine literature will refer to this energy as enchantress energy. Some call it wild woman energy. It's the seed of our creativity, our nurturing. Our inner mother is here as well, which is a feminine archetype that I talk about a lot. Our inner mother, the way we nurture ourselves, the way that we nurture others, and whether or not that serves us has to do with the way we're vibrating in our womb space. The womb space is the area of unlimited potential, which is the law of pure potentiality, where everything is possible, everything has potential, right? It's the seat of unlimited creativity within us. And there's a book that I love, and I've loved this book for years. It's called Women Who Run with the Wolves. Stories of the Wild Woman Archetype. I love this read. I keep it as a reference book for my feminine soul. It's written by a psychologist, and she is a Jungian psychologist, so she loves archetypes, and I also love archetypes. An archetype is an energy, all right? And I want to read a short excerpt from her book, Women Who Run with the Wolves, before we move into the clearing and talking about the blockages and such. She says, the archetype of the wild woman and all that stands behind her is patroness to all painters, writers, sculptors, dancers, thinkers, prayer makers, seekers, finders. That's everybody. Because if you're not particularly in an art, you do pray, or you do intend, or you do hope, or you do seek, and you do find. She is the archetype that drives all of these types of individuals. For they are all busy with the work of invention, creativity, and that is the instinctive nature's main occupation. As in all art, she resides in the gut and not in the head. The archetype resides in the gut and not in the head. She resides in the realm of the soul, of feeling, of intuition, of discernment. All right. So even though we know our third eye area has to do with the intuition and discernment, the seed of it is in our feminine soul. She can track and run. She can summon. She can repel. This is you. This is me. She can sense, she can camouflage, she can love deeply. She is intuitive. She is typical and normative. She is utterly essential to women's mental and soul health. So according to this book, what compromises the wild woman? In other words, what causes us to vibrate out of harmony with the universe in our womb center? She asks, what compromises the wild woman? Well, from the viewpoint of archetypal psychology, as well as in ancient traditions, she is the female soul, yet she is more. She is the source of the feminine. You are the source of the feminine. She is all that is of instinct, of the world's both seen and hidden. She is the basis. You are the basis. I'm speaking to your womb center right now. We receive from her all a glowing cell which contains all the instincts and knowings needed for our lives. And when I say womb space, I'm not talking about an organ like a uterus, because you don't need a uterus. Men have an energetic womb space also. The feminine soul is life, death, life force. She is an incubator. You are an incubator. You are intuition. You are a far seer. You are a deep listener. You are a loyal heart. You encourage humans to remain multilingual and fluent in the languages of dreams and passion and poetry. In your womb center, the language of dreams, passion, poetry, feeling, instinct, creativity all arise from this chakra. It's my favorite one. This is the terrain of a woman's soul. The enchantress, the wild woman, the womb center is ideas. Okay, have you ever had an idea, right? A thought, a longing, a craving, a passion? That's her inside of you, letting you know that you're alive. And all the time, it's not to do something with it, it's to feel it, to incubate. Remember, in your womb center, you are an incubator. And so we move away from the masculine essence of being driven and active to do, and we allow ideas and dreams and passions and feelings to incubate within us. This reads, she has been lost and half forgotten for so long, for so long. She is the source, the light, the night, the dark, and the daybreak. Okay? The archetype of the wild woman and all that stands behind her is the patroness to all creativity. And so your creative seat, the seat of your feminine soul where ideas spawn and incubate, will vibrate away from creativity for several reasons. Okay, there's several reasons. Maybe somebody told you that your creation wasn't worth anything. Okay, maybe somebody ridiculed something that you made or an idea or didn't receive it. Maybe an idea that you tried to execute didn't incubate long enough and it didn't turn out well. And so you lost confidence in your creative seed, right? Maybe you have gotten lost in the tests and trials of life, the obligations and responsibilities of life, and have forgotten to tend to your creative seed. And so you have incorrectly concluded, I'm not creative, or I have a block, or nothing is coming to me right now. When your womb center is not vibrating in harmony with the universe, you fold inward. You don't feel brave. You don't feel bold in your ideas. You don't spend time doing things like resting. You find it hard to rest. You find it hard to keep still. Understand that ideas and visions incubate and grow in stillness because the womb space is the dark space of creativity. The law of pure potential says anything is possible. And you are unlimited creativity. So anything that comes against this idea that you are unlimited creativity is not vibrating in harmony with the universe. So here's a question before we go into the clearing. Where do you feel blocked in your creative essence? And when I say creative, I'm not talking about just painting or writing or dancing. I'm talking about the things of life where you feel you are stuck, places where you feel you don't have options, places where you feel that you're not enough or you lack a certain skill or something is impossible. Where are those areas in your life? Think about them, write them down. Because these things are the things that cause you to vibrate out of harmony with the universe. And we understand from last night, when you vibrate out of harmony with the universe, you experience discomfort, you experience restlessness, you experience anxiety, depression, creative funks of all sorts, hopelessness, powerlessness. Maybe you've been a mother and you have spent so much time giving to others, nurturing others, namely your children, maybe also your partners, maybe also your businesses and careers. Whatever it is outside of yourself, you have given so much to a point where you feel you don't have very much left to give. This will cause your womb center to vibrate out of harmony with the universe. Your inner mother resides in your womb center as well as your heart. But let's talk about the womb center. The voice of your mother is reverberating in your being. Not just your mother, but mother energy, grandmothers, aunts, teachers, caretakers, authority figures, church mothers. The things that they have said, the things that you have experienced with them are reverberating through your system. They are still vibrating in your system. And some of those things are out of harmony with the universe. What things have been said to you that are out of harmony with the universe? Are you hard on yourself? Do you beat up on yourself for making the wrong decisions? Is it hard for you to move forward and make decisions because you want to get things right and you're not sure? So you spend a whole lot of time in being indecisive. Do you get an idea and you get really happy and excited about it and then it withers away? Do you find it to be an uncomfortable thing when people nurture you, when people are caring towards you? Is your soul, your womb center so dry that when people give to you, you feel uncomfortable? Have people given to you and nurtured you, but snatched it back once you were no longer being or doing what they wanted you to do? These are things that will cause your womb center to move out of vibration. But there's good news for us. The wild woman energy arises in our lives and causes us to be uncomfortable with things we used to be comfortable with. She opens our eyes and begins to help us to see things that used to be so important are no longer important, and things that weren't important become of the utmost importance. She begins to cause you to introspect, to look at the ways that you are depleting yourself by forgetting about yourself. The wild woman energy comes to nurture the inner mother, the person who gives to be seen, the person who gives to be acknowledged, the person who doesn't know how to not give and receive, right? The person who has trouble receiving. Your womb center is the seat of your creativity. It's where you're going to live a deep, rich, and full life of passion. Maybe your life is full of all the things you have to do. You have to get up, you have to work, you have to clean, you have to go to practices, and you have to be in ministry, and you have to. But the womb center energy is about what nourishes you. Here's a question. What nourishes you? Who nourishes you? What gives you life? Draw closer to those things. And if you don't have any answers, then call it forward. You are unlimited creativity. You are the life-giving source. You are the female soul. Then call it forward, right? And so in this moment, as we receive these teachings, we just take a breath and we think about our creative life. Maybe our creative life is the way we structure our home. Maybe it's the way we think about hardship. If you're moving in anxiety, if you're moving in places of uneasiness, if you're moving in places where you're boundaried up because you don't want people to take from you anymore, that's a womb center that is vibrating out of harmony with the universe. You are abundance. Nobody can ever take from you. They only receive what you give. And if you're mindful of what you're giving, then you're always full. And so here we are, we find ourselves recognizing what is true about ourselves. We are unlimited creativity. We are light and dark. We are a river, a stream, a resource, first to ourselves and those around us. We are full of passion. We are sensual, sexual beings. We deserve pleasure. We deserve pleasure. Not only do we deserve pleasure, we need pleasure. We deserve to be nurtured and nourished. And because we deserve that, we create it. What sense of beauty would you like to create in your life? Think about that. What beautiful feeling would you like to experience? What beautiful sound would you like to hear? Nourish your sensual soul. What are you passionate about? Who are you passionate about? Draw closer to them. In this moment, we breathe in deep through the nostrils. And we exhale. And we clear the ways that we give to the point of depletion. We clear the ways that we forget about our own selves. We clear the ways that we have allowed others' opinions to halt our creative ability. We clear the ways that we hinder our own creative mind. We clear doubt. We are unlimited creativity. Yes, we are. We clear fear. What comes through us is exactly what's supposed to, is exactly what the people around us need, but most of all, it's exactly what needs to flow through us to heal us. We clear the judgment upon ourselves from our inner mother, how we should be. We clear judgments about what's good about us and what's not good, what's messed up and what isn't. We clear unworthiness. When people give and you almost can't even receive it, that's a sense of unworthiness. We are worthy of help. We are worthy of nurture. We are worthy of being taken care of and adored and cherished. We are worthy. And so we clear the ways that we forget about ourselves. We clear the ways that we resist resting when we really need it. We clear the ways that we resist luxuries. We clear the ways that we focus on other people's needs and forget about our own. That's a big one. And forget about our own. We clear the ways. We clear the words we've been speaking about our creations. Everything that we create is beneficial. Everything we create is meaningful. And the measure of the benefit and the meaningfulness is not who wants it. It's the fact that it came through us just like a baby. It's the fact that it was incubated through us. That is inherent worthiness, and that is us. We give thanks for inherent worth. And right now, we call back the truth of our unlimited creativity. We call it back from places where we felt forced. Right now, we call our unlimited creative truth back from places where we felt we didn't have a choice. We call our unlimited creativity back from the places where we were naive and we just didn't know. We call our creative potential back from the voices of people that disapproved of our choices and what we did. We call our creativity back, our unlimited creativity back from places that we judged as failure. There is no failure. It's only ever learning. So nothing is ever lost. Nothing is ever wasted. Nothing is ever ruined. We call our creativity back from childhood where we suppressed it deep within. And we ask, what wants to be born through us? What wants to be reborn through us? As we place our right hand on our womb center, let's place our hand on our womb. And we feel the essence of our creativity vibrating. Whatever that feels like to your hands, feel it. This is the seat of your creativity. This is the seat of your passion and your purpose. We adore you, feminine soul. We admire you, feminine soul. We care for you, feminine soul. We need you, feminine soul. We want you. You are wanted, feminine soul. You are so desired, feminine soul. You are impeccable. You are perfect as you are, feminine soul. You are important to us, significant in every way. So in this moment, we commit to the truth, releasing the illusion. We have enough. We are enough. When things happen, we open to the possibilities. When hard times come, we open to our unlimited creativity and we look for ways out of no ways, and we look for magic and miracles, and we look for things we've never seen before. We say, eyes be open and see, ears be open and hear, heart be open and feel, and creative center be open to receive. We receive blessings. We receive giftings. We receive wisdom. We receive opportunities. We receive rest. We receive witty ideas and inventions. We receive peace. And we breathe it into our womb center. As you inhale, imagine the breath going in your nostrils and down the back of your throat and into your chest and down into your womb. Receive all of the inspiration, the motivation, and exhale, relief. One more time as we inhale our vastness as a life form, a source of life-giving energy, even unto ourselves. Breathe that in your womb and hold it right there. And then exhale. Now you touch your womb with both hands. This is what it feels like to be balanced in your thoughts concerning your creativity, balanced in your energy concerning your creativity, balanced in your ability to nurture and be nurtured. The blessing I speak over your life tonight is that you rest in peaceful rest, that you receive with gladness and joy from people who give generously and cheerfully, not grudgingly nor of necessity. My blessing I speak over you is now that you would fill this new wineskin of womb space with new, fresh, fruity wine. My blessing over you is that you find favor among humans, that you find favor among humans in every way, and that your cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. Receive the blessing, and to yourself, even in a whisper, if you agree with it, You say, it is so, and so may it be, or Ashe, or Amen, or Be blessed.